guess you could always leave it up to New York to allow some crazy shit to transpire at the worst possible time it could happen. So everything on that train, now let me tell you something, the R train is packed all the time. It's a slow train, it's local stops. It goes from Brooklyn to Queens, the R train. So I'm not exactly sure if it was on the R train, but I'm pretty sure it was on the R train, the D train line at 36th Street. Now, there's it's always packed over there. And the problem is it's too easy to do some shit like that in New York, and it's heavily populated, so you would think people would be paying attention and seeing like what the fuck, somebody's got a gas mask or whatever the case. How many bags did he have? Because now when he was on the run, this guy didn't even get caught, he's still on the run. And they found like a backpack with extra ammo. They're saying the gun jammed on him, but still, he shot 6 people. 16 people got injured. 2 people were in critical condition yesterday. I don't know. I didn't check to see. I don't think anybody passed away, but I mean, you're gonna have copycats now. This is what New York does. People are gonna see that. There's a lot of misguided youth. There's a lot of misguided adults. So it's just very easy for people to see some stupid shit and go outside and play Grand Theft Auto in real life with no cheat codes, no respawns. So they got a picture out of the guy. They got his name. Apparently he's not from New York, but you know, the first thing people jump to is take everybody's guns away. New Yorkers don't have guns. We're not even allowed to have guns. You gotta go through a million trials and tribulations and be a millionaire and show them your assets and come up with reasons on why you need protection in your house to even be allowed to own a gun. So if it was down south, that wouldn't happen. If one person fired upon a group of people who were allowed to defend themselves, 16 people would not have gotten injured from one person going batshit crazy. Now another thing, New York is gonna go insane. It's already, you can't walk down the block and try to avoid getting into some shit or seeing some shit in certain areas. More areas than you would consider safe areas these days. So the summer didn't even come yet. Summer is when our crime is the highest, and we're already at a 60% increase now. So this summer, I'm 30 now. I'm probably gonna say it's probably gonna be the worst summer I've seen, but at the same time, since I am older, I could avoid all the bullshit better. Just hang out with my kids. But now the younger generation is bonkers. Everything is out of hand, and there's no way of fixing it. The mayor ain't fixing it. School systems ain't fixing it. Jail ain't fixing it. It's the media. It's the mainstream. It's what they consider cool. And now, with the world crumbling, it ain't getting better. Not no time soon. So, like I always said, civil unrest is something that I put top priority, just like. So they just did another one of those emergency alerts on the phone, put some guy's name, picture, and everything. They don't have it. They need information. So guy's at large. He's on the run. He's probably out of New York, I would assume. Okay, so the guy had planned this. There's no way he brought that shit, got in the subway, did what he did, got away, scot free in a sense, without having a plan, without having some type of practice, if you want to call it that. But I mean, the guy strategically caused his own terrorist attack. I mean, that to me, that is a terrorist attack. He's just not an overseas terrorist. This is a homeland terrorist. We have plenty people. People are batshit crazy in 2022. It's been that way for a long time, but this year they're all coming out because everything is crumbling. People don't know what to do. So my advice to you: get skills that are gonna help you. Okay, I got 2 books. Everybody should pick up because they cheap. I have more than one. If you want a free copy, just hit me up. I might have one for you. So this one right here, Bushcraft 101. This is for everybody. Everybody that is into anything outdoors, camping, or if you just want to learn survival skills, do it in your backyard. This book is by Dave Canterbury. Alright, very useful. Now, if you got kids, this one right here, The Young Adventurer's Guide to Almost Everything, from Ben and Penny Hewitt. Another one. Great book. They're basically the same thing because it's all survival skills mixed with camping, anything outdoors. Why? Because when shit hits the fan, what do you think it's gonna look like? And there's no running water, no power. When riots is every day for fucking control of a certain area because there is no more law enforcement. When life turns into some shit that looks like Mad Max because everybody's already trying to force that. Government leaders and fucking civilians are trying to force that. You gotta be ready. New York was not ready for that shit, clearly. Could happen in your city. People see these things and they copycat it. That is the most dangerous part about this whole thing. You're lucky it was smoke bombs. What if the guy mixed up a concoction? What if it wasn't a smoke bomb? What if it was homemade and nobody knows? It's just sitting in all those people's lungs right now. And we won't know for a few days or a month what happens. People could just start dropping. The bird flu. They're saying the bird flu is spreading 50% death rate. They're just doing anything to keep you indoors, keep you afraid. China's telling everybody, fight your urge for freedom. It's a crazy world, and if you're not prepared, you're not ready, then my question to you is, how are you going to survive?